Good morning. A fine night last night. A couple more people rolled into camp, so there's a total of like 6 or so of us there. And nobody I recognized, all kind of different or new people. Shorter day today at like 17 miles, I think. And I think the ups and downs continue a little bit. But we're going to have a really cool scenic walk along the Housatonic for a couple of miles, so that'll be kind of neat. Otherwise, we're ready to start this day. Coming up on a road crossing. Look at all the misted up spider webs on the ground. That looks kind of cool. I guess we're going into a field. Yep, nothing but steep ups and downs. I remember how other people have done these sections and they were like, oh yeah, New York was flat, Connecticut was flat, Massachusetts is flat. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is some of the roughest ups and downs of the entire trail so far. This is the exact opposite of flat. People must have yellow blazed the whole trail, because they're not hiking the same trail that I'm hiking. Water sources are starting to get more plentiful and more often. I'd imagine that'll continue as we keep moving north. Caleb's Peak. Still a little bit fog down there. Slowly burning off. Here's the view from St. John's Ledges down into the Housatonic River Valley. You can barely make out the river down there, but we'll be probably doing a huge descent getting down there shortly. Yeah, massive descent, going straight down. Well, I think we're through the worst of it. Now it's just moderately steep. But that descent was, yeah, that was kind of ridiculously crazy. Finally down off that descent. Now we got a bit of a road walk, like a mile. And then I think the trail will just be right along the river. It's a couple hundred feet over that way. I can see the water through the trees. But I think we'll be following this for like 4 miles. This is some of the worst mosquitoes out right now. There's literally 100 mosquitoes around my face. A bug net is definitely required out here this far north. There's a good view of the Housatonic. Stewart Hollow Brook Shelter. We will take a break here for just a little bit, depending on how much the mosquitoes drive me crazy. It's just a quaint little log thing. Cool. Yeah, I'll just be chilling here for just a little bit. Alright, back on trail after a short break. Still walking along the Housatonic River. And a beautiful stretch of trail this is. And I was looking ahead, and in about 4 miles from here there's a road crossing. And if we take a right and walk down the road, 0.7 of a mile is a gas station. It's a little far for a road walk, but I could get maybe some kind of cold packaged sandwich and some drinks or something. So I don't know, I'm thinking about it still. It'll cost at least an hour to go do that, but today's kind of a shorter day, only doing like 17 miles anyway, so I can afford the extra hour. Maybe get something good to eat and drink, or something half decent at least. So I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards doing a bit of a road walk, visiting the gas station, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in 4 miles. Okay, we're almost at the road. It's just down there. We just had a big uphill and a big downhill. Oh, now that we've got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and do the 0.7 road walk to the gas station. Check out what they got there. Look for some snacks, something good to drink. I think I'm more so looking for drinks. Definitely loving if I can find some kind of fruit smoothie thing, or some kind of Gatorade, something like that. So we'll take that quick jaunt down there and just chill for a minute. Here's our gas station. So I'm done with my snack break, and I'm making my way back up to the trail, and you'll notice there's 2 blue blaze markings on the back of that stop sign there. It's because there's a bad weather alternate route right here that you would hike back towards this road, and you would take that side road over there. Now the reason being is there's a bridge that's out, and I have not yet had to take a bad weather alternate, and I don't want to, because I'm a purist. So I'm going to go back up to the AT, I'm going to go the original route, and I'm going to at least take a look at the water crossing. The most recent comment was from like 2 weeks ago, and they're saying, you know, it wasn't that bad. It was about knee deep. There's some rapids involved. Other comments are like, don't be a wuss, it's much worse when you go further north. You know, this is just an introduction to what it's going to be like in Maine kind of thing. So it's like, okay, let's just go see what it looks like at least. I'll probably trudge through it. But that's what's coming up in the very near future, is a really fun water crossing. Okay, we're back in the woods. So it's just a 0.1 is the stream we're supposed to cross. The bridge is out, really treacherous potentially, we'll see. But it's funny how, I think it was just yesterday, the days are already starting to run together weirdly, but I think it was just yesterday, there was a section where there was a bridge out, and they had already officially rerouted the trail to do the road walk around it. So I had to do the road walk around it, because that was the official AT now. And then a lot of people had done the old route and crossed it anyway, and they were commenting this like, hey, you can do this without getting wet, you can just rock hop it, it's really easy. But I couldn't do it that way. So now there's another section where the bridge is out, and it's like a big torrential stream crossing down here, but it has not been officially rerouted to do the road walk. So, as a purist, we have to do it this way. But I'm gonna do it safely. We'll see what it looks like. I'm not gonna do it if it's too dangerous. Yeah, so here's the crossing. This doesn't look bad at all. I guess if it's high water levels, I could see it being a little bad, but no, this looks all right. It's just about at a point where I can probably do this without getting wet at all. There's comments about people going up there, and there's a little flimsy log you can kind of go across. I'll figure something out. I think I can just cross right here though. Yeah, that wasn't bad. That was pretty easy. Didn't get wet. So the next part is similar to yesterday, how the last 7 miles of the day was just horrendously ups and downs, super steep. The profile from here to the shelter looks the same. So today we're gonna have 6 miles. The last 6 miles of the day are gonna be horrendous. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So that's gonna be loads of fun. Let's get going. Also, the little cold snap we had for the last week is over with. Temperatures are going to be in the high 80s. Overnight low is going to be like 70. So we're back to like normal summer temperatures. AKA, it's really hot outside. Connecticut does have the beautiful woodland scenery. Well, we're up on top of another hill. So far the ups and downs haven't been that bad, which is good. They've just kind of been moderately steep up, moderately steep down, nothing crazy. I'm in the final hill climb for the day, and this bit is called Rogers Ramp, and it goes in a tight crevice right here, kind of similar to the lemon squeezer. Yeah, right up there. Looks wider than the lemon squeezer. It's just a lot more vertical. This might be as far as I can go with the camera, so I'll shut it off here. Yep, here's our turnoff. Pine Swamp Brook Shelter. Yeah, these last 6 miles, they looked way worse on the side profile view, like really bad ups and downs, but it was not that bad at all. It's like just moderate steep ups and downs, not that difficult. But there's the shelter just up there. We'll see what we can find. See if we can get a good tent space. And there's the shelter. They all kind of look about the same. The last couple. Where they've got like this gap in between. I guess this is for like anti-bear. They can't really come in and get you. They could can't get over the gap, I guess, in theory. I don't know if anybody's here. There could be some people tented out around. There's some designated tent sites and stuff, so I'll go wander around, see what I can find. Alright, I grabbed the smallest tent site just because it's just me. It's only kind of as big as this footprint here. So I think we're good. There's 2 other larger sites. There's one over there. I don't think anybody else has even shown up yet. Might get 1 or 2 other people. I think I'm gonna go wander down to the water source and get my water needs taken care of, and then we'll figure on dinner later. This site is awesome. I wish you could kind of smell what I smell out here. It's just this beautiful pine forest smell, but it's not like overwhelming with pine. It's just, I don't know, a good forest smell. Hard to describe. Just awesome location. And tonight we're having cup noodles. And I think I'm done for the night. Nobody else has showed up yet still, so I'm all by myself. And if remains that way. This may just be the first time I've been at a shelter site all by myself, which would be kind of cool. I guess I'm right in between other groups of hikers that I've been hiking around. Either some are ahead or some are behind, but either way, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna get tucked in, call it a night. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning. Nobody else came into camp last night, so I'm all alone. That was the first time. I definitely know there's people around me. They're just in other places, I guess. So I'm enjoying my breakfast, got everything packed up, and we'll be back on trail shortly. Also coming up today is the Mountainside Cafe. That's the farm fresh restaurant that I was thinking of the other day. So we're hitting that up today. We should be there in a couple hours, and we'll be able to stop in there and get some breakfast. Down out of the woods, crossing over the Housatonic. And here's gonna be breakfast, the Mountainside Cafe.
Mommy, how do you cut it into pieces?
And we're done with our super awesome breakfast. That went down perfect. I'm walking past this really beautiful looking high school. It's right on the trail. We got this road walk for a little bit, then we'll be back in the woods and back up a hill. It's a nice little river walk along the Housatonic. In another minute or so, we're going to be popping back out into like a small park area that's got like an outdoor shower and power outlet use and stuff. I think I'm going to sit there for a minute and charge up my battery, just make sure I can limp it along another day. But something else I've noticed is there's specific wheelchair accessible area for this. It's like 3/4 of a mile or so part of the trail. So I think so far I've run into 2 areas that were specifically wheelchair accessible. One of them was in Virginia, through like, it was like a field area where there was that barn and it had the white AT symbol painted on the side of it. And it's kind of like a famous area that people take pictures of. So that stretch was wheelchair accessible, and so is this stretch. So if you want to come out here and still hike the AT and you happen to be wheelchair bound, these are some of your designated areas. So here's where the trail's going down the road. I think this is all part of the hydroelectric power station. But there's some secrets here for hikers. I think part of this vine-covered building, there's supposed to be a shower. I see a porta potty over there. I see some clothes hung up. There's somebody here. And there's supposed to be a power outlet for use as well. So there's like some accessories that you have to look around to find it. Yeah, there's a hidden power outlet. Here's a hidden shower. Cool. Oh, we're done with our break. Getting things recharged just a little bit. And then now, we got a little side detour to Great Falls. Nice. And this is all the Housatonic still. I just passed the limestone spring shelter. It's like a half-mile off trail, and there's nothing I need there, so we're moving on. I'm coming out to a nice little field. Wow, it's a cool view. "1,500 miles gone. We still got such a long way to go." So the last mile or so, my left knee has started hurting. And as I mentioned before, I've had no knee pains the whole hike. It was just like one day in New York. It was a really rough section. That was like a week ago. But now my left knee is starting to hurt all of a sudden, and I don't know why. The terrain today has been relatively easy, and I haven't done anything to it. I haven't like fallen weird or tweaked it in any way. It's just starting to hurt, and only the left knee. So I don't know. Don't know if I should start taking some ibuprofen yet. Maybe just give it a day. We've only got, we're hiking into town tomorrow, and I'm taking a 0, so I'll be able to rest it, maybe ice it up or something. I'll see how it hurts tomorrow or not. But I don't know. Just give it an update, I guess, on it. I'll let you know if I do anything about it. Alright, I'm going to take a break here. We started a big descent, and my knees just hurt and were a little bit worse, so I took 2 Advil. I think that'll help get me through the day at least. But I'll just keep taking breaks and resting my knee and keep babying it as much as I can. Hopefully that kind of helps with the pain. I hate taking medications to dull the pain. That's just not how I operate, but we'll get through this and see what tomorrow's like at least. We're working our way around the town of Salisbury and passing the cemetery, and then we'll be back in the woods. Now we're back in the woods, starting up uphill. So there's 2 shelters up ahead. They're like a mile apart. The first one's Riga. The second one was like Brazy Brooks or something like that. I was originally aiming for the second one, but with my knee the way it is, I'm just going to aim for the first one, I think. And on a good note, the pain's gone away, but all that's doing is kind of hiding the pain. Pain's there for a reason, so in a sense I'm still doing damage to my knee right now. Overnight rest usually fixes a lot of things. So we'll see what it looks like in the morning. But I may have to medicate again tomorrow. Well, I'm climbing up this rocky slope. Up that way. This is towards the top of Lion's Head. Alright, here's the Riga shelter. I think this will be my home for the night. Riga shelter and campsites. There's a map like way up here, but that's like so high you can barely even see it. Where are we? I don't even know. I don't even know how to read that. Campsites all around. You gotta look around for them. Bear box in there somewhere, in a privy. Alright, we'll do some exploring. Alright, I found where the shelter's at. Seem to be similar design for this area. Got the anti-bear gap in the middle. Yep. Doesn't seem too buggy, but I'm probably not going to stay in the shelter. I'll probably look for a tent site. But very nice view looking straight out. And I think that's straight out to the east going this way. So it's probably going to be an awesome sunrise. Cup noodles again tonight for dinner. Well, nobody else has shown up yet. So far I'm still all alone. Still right in between different groups of hiker bubbles, I guess. There was one guy I was hiking around, but he was indicating he might try to get to a town to sleep somewhere. So I don't know if he was going to show up here later or not. So in the meantime, I'm just going to finish my noodles. Alright, I'm all settled in. I got food and everything put away. There's a bear box here, so that's nice. I don't think I showed my tent setup, but there's a small single tenting area where I'm at in amongst the trees. There's other like sites, but this site just had room for one tent. Kind of similar to the where I was set up last night. But a couple more people have showed up, so I'm not alone here. That's fine. But I'm surprised I haven't seen more like Sobos camping with me, actually. I still see like 2 or 3 going southbound per day, and I'm definitely, you know, in the front end of the Sobo bubbles passing by. But anyway, sunset's in about an hour still, I think. I'm gonna get everything else ready, probably go to bed early, and tomorrow we are doing like an 18-mile day, and that'll get us into town of Great Barrington. So cool. I think this is the longest stretch I've ever gone without taking a shower. It's been like 10 or 11 days straight in the woods since somewhere in New Jersey, I think, when I got off trail to get into a hotel. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed soon. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. We're leaving Connecticut, going into Massachusetts.